So the second reaction that we will discuss in the antigen antibody reactions is the agglutination reaction. Agglutination reaction occurs when a particulate antigen combines with an antibody in presence of electrolyte, optimal temperature and pH, resulting in visible clumping of particles. Okay, this is the definition. However, what is the difference between a precipitation reaction and a agglutination reaction? The difference is when we did a precipitation reaction, we refer to the antigen as a soluble antigen, while now when we are doing agglutination, we need a particulate antigen. Okay, so this is the difference. Then agglutination is more sensitive than precipitation reaction. More sensitive than precipitation reaction. Third, you can also write the difference. As I told you, the difference is precipitation reaction, agglutination reaction. Write in full form. So in precipitation you require a soluble antigen, and in agglutination you require a particulate antigen. Now agglutination takes place better with IgM antibody than with IgG antibody. Okay, it takes place better with IgM. As you must be remembering, IgM antibody is also called as Milner antibody, as far as I remember. Yes, IgM is referred to as Milner molecular Milner antibody. Okay, so the principle which governs the agglutination reaction is similar to that of precipitation. As I told you, principle is same. The zone of equivalence wala logic is also same. Just repeat it again in agglutination. Then lattice hypothesis is also followed by this. It is very similar to precipitation reaction. Now we'll just discuss the types of agglutination reaction. This part of agglutination reaction is important. The first one is slide agglutination reaction. In slide agglutination reaction, a uniform amount of antigen is formed in saline on the slide, to which an optimum amount of antiserum is added. If it will be a positive test, it will show clumping and it will form a white mass within seconds. The uses are, it is used as a routine procedure to identify the bacterial strains. For example, in Salmonella species. Then it is also used for blood grouping and cross matching. Okay, Now coming on to the second test. Second test of agglutination, second type. So this is tube agglutination test. Tube agglutination test. In this, the serum is diluted serially by double dilution. Serum is diluted serially by double dilution in test tubes. Then we add an equal volume of particulate antigen is added to all the test tubes containing the serum, diluted serum. Particulate antigen is added to all the tubes. Okay. Now the highest dilution at which the clumping will occur or the agglutination will occur, the highest dilution of serum at which agglutination will occur is called as antibody titer. This is important. It is repeated many times in this very chapter as well. Now the uses are, it is used for serological diagnosis of tuberculosis, brucellosis or typhus fever, then streptococcus, cold agglutination, serological diagnosis of enteric fever, typhus fever, brucellosis. But in when we use this test for brucellosis, there is seen that this test is complicated due to the prozone phenomena as well as the presence of the blocking antibodies. However, this test is done in brucellosis. Then streptococcus, MG, agglutination. Then we also have a Paul Bernal test which will come in future videos, cold agglutination. Then a very important application is in enteric fever. Okay, then for enteric fever we do Vidal test. So in Vidal test, it is used for the diagnosis of enteric fever. Here we take two types of antigens. First is the flagellar H antigen and the second is the somatic O antigen. Now I'll tell you the significance of these antigens. Now what is flagellar H antigen? Flagellar H antigen, from F you'll remember formalized, is a formalized suspension of organism which on combination with antibodies form, now this is important, large, loose and fluffy clumps which resemble wisps of cotton wool, just like cotton. So this is a positive reaction. Okay, for this you use a conical Dreher's tube. Okay, now coming on to the O antigen, that is the somatic O antigen. As we said, flagellar H antigen is the formalized. Now somatic O antigen will be a antigen which will be suspended in alcohol. Okay, it is the bacterial. Okay, O antigen is the bacterial suspension in alcohol. When it combines with the antibody, that is when it gives a positive reaction, basically it will form a chalky white deposit or a chalky white powder at the base of the test tube, and if it is negative, it will just form a compact button like deposit, deposit.